Hey everybody, welcome back to Wady's World. It's time for another captivating episode. So one of my earlier videos, I did homemade pizza. I've been making pizza like that for a long time, but I learned a few more techniques that I wanted to share with you today. I feel like it's an easier dough to work with, and I think it's going to be better results for you as well. Now keep in mind, you're going to need about 6 hours of time to pull this off. The reason is, the dough is overworked. It needs to rest. It needs to go on vacation. So we're going to take the dough to a day spa, give it a nice rest. Shh, I'm trying to record. So the process of making this is not too difficult. It's just you got to give it some time. And you don't even need a rolling pin this time. And if you get good enough, you can actually try to toss this, which is fun, but you can get mixed results sometimes, as you will see. So the main things you're going to need for this is a stand mixer and some 00 flour. Now what is 00 flour? Well, it's a finely ground flour. It's lower in gluten, and it's best for things like pizza in this case. And a lot of people that do pizzerias and pizza joints use the 00 flour. So I started using this flour and it changed my game completely. So you can find this online or at specialty stores. This is the brand that I use. So once again, let's get to the kitchen, shall we? So first things first, you're going to need some kitchen scales. You're going to need a larger one like this and a smaller one that reads in 0.00 grams. If you're a drug dealer, you might already have these. Okay, grab your mixer bowl and put it onto your larger scale. Don't forget to zero it out. Okay, you're going to add 479 grams of 00 flour. Alright, next you're going to add some instant or fast rise yeast. It's going to be a really tiny amount, so 1.49 grams. Now go ahead and add that to your flour. Next, you're going to add 14 grams of salt. Our final ingredient is water. You're going to add 287 grams of water. Almost there. Now if you go a little over, it's fine. Next, add your salt to your water. And mix vigorously. Add your salt water to the bowl. And grab your stand mixer. Get it set up with your dough hook and put it on the first speed. You're going to want this to mix almost about 10 minutes. You'll see after a few minutes it starts to come together very nicely and smooth. After 10 minutes, go ahead and get your dough off the hook and out of the bowl. Okay, now we need to shape this into a ball. So go ahead and start tucking it under just like this. You're going to want to pinch it off. La, 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 la. Hey look, you have a ball. Alright. I found it's easy to get a container like this and put some olive oil in it. Just kind of spread it around like this. Drop your ball upside down like that. Flip it over. Grab your lid. Make sure it's tight. And you're going to let this sit for 2 hours. Okay, after 2 hours, grab your container, and it's probably going to have some gas buildup, and this is the fun part. Okay, grab your scale again, and we need to divide this into 2 dough balls. Reason being, this recipe makes 2 pizzas. Alright, once you got that split up, we need to make 2 smaller dough balls. So, in the same fashion, you're going to tuck under. And just like so. Beautiful. Alright, so grab your container that you used previous and do the same. Drop it in, flip it, and put the lid on again. You're going to do the same for the other dough ball. So you have 2 containers, and you're going to let this sit for 4 hours. After that, grab one of your containers and go ahead and pop that lid. Ah, satisfying. Throw down some flour, and you're going to do a little flip with your bowl. I'll show you. Yep. There you go. Alright, so what you're going to do, just sprinkle a little bit of flour on top. Alright, take both of your hands and start pressing out like this. What we're trying to do is, well, shape the pizza. We want a crust on the outside, so you see I'm trying to make that by not going all the way out. Huh. Flip it once. And do the same on the other side. Like I said, this dough recipe is much more pliable. You can see how easy it is to press it out. I don't need a rolling pin. It's working very easily. So you can keep doing this, stretching it out by hand, but I'm going to try to toss it. The trick to this is to get up underneath it with both hands, sort of give it a gentle flip, catch it with your knuckles. And again, I'm not a professional, so sometimes things don't always work out. Alright, so this is about the size you want. You can make it a little bigger if you want, but you can see how silky it is. Alright, so put it aside. Grab your pizza pan. And you're going to sprinkle some cornmeal on the bottom. Now this keeps it from sticking and kind of gives it a little texture on the bottom as well. Alright, so gently place your pizza dough onto the pan. Make any last minute corrections that you want. Make sure it fills out the entire pan. Alright, let's get started. Add your pizza sauce. Next, we're going to add a flavored crust. So what I like to do is take some olive oil and brush the outside crust. To that, we're going to add some garlic powder. And then top it off with some Italian seasoning. And next, the most important ingredient, cheese. Now this is freshly grated mozzarella. And I would recommend freshly grated versus the bag version because the bag version is covered in cornstarch. And we're going to add some pepperoni to make a classic. Pop that in the oven for 12 minutes at 475 degrees. And oh my god, look at that. And be creative. You can add whatever toppings you want. For my second pizza, I made some cheesy garlic breadsticks. Okay.